I think the biggest challenge is our economical situation, and not this, but the consequence, because many parents has to go abroad. So we have a lot of kids that are without parents, are with their grandparents, or even in centers, day centers, or centers that they have to live there for a while. And it's a generation, it's an interesting generation without parents. So I think it's the biggest problem that many people go from Moldova. And we already have villages where only old people are there. In cities is better. I think in Chisinau is the best, but even in cities already we have less and less people, and we become older and older. Older in some way because we don't live so much. 60, 65, we don't have a long life here. So I think it's the biggest problem that we have. Also, we have our post-communistic mindset that I think it's very hard for us to develop a business, because sometimes ago we were not able to do it. And for the church, I think it's the same. We still can feel it. Some years ago, the church didn't have right to learn, because they only communistic people can do it. So even now we are in other context, but it's the same mindset. Now we have to be not very high, not to learn, to be very silent, not about politics, not about money, but it came because it was this context, but we have to unlearn our mindsets, and it's second. And now this war affected Moldova too, affected our people. We were already in crisis, but now this crisis is bigger now, emotionally, financial. Yes, it's a lot of fear here. It's easier than in the beginning, but we can still feel it. And soon we'll have election. So many people that are pro-European are afraid that if Russian again will be here, so the pro-European people will suffer a lot. So they already are afraid what can happen in the future. We have corruption even in institutions, in universities, in different levels, in medicine. We have 3% Protestant people. In rest, they think that they are Orthodox people, but I can't say how many are Christian from them. So it's the statistics. Many of them are only, I am Orthodox, and I believe in my heart, and my God is the universe, like something like that. But last times I could notice that many people, even in Orthodox Church, are really seeking God and want to meet Him. So I don't know how will be the situation after some years, because in crisis often we are looking for God. Maybe it's our situation. The first problem is financial situation again, and even when we work with teams, we form a good team, and after 1 year, from 10% or 8%, it's only 2% or 1%, because the rest are abroad. And pastor said, okay, I can't stop them to go, because they have families and they have to feed their families. And it's sad, because church grow, in this case, church grow very slow. So it's the first. The second is, I think gifts are not so valued. Only 1% from the church is working, and the rest are Sunday Christians. They come and they wait for that someone feed them, and they go back home, and it's again a problem. And maybe other problem is in some churches, the woman, it's like officially, it's not a leader. Very often they lead some groups, but even if they lead, the husband lead, not women's, So maybe it's don't give freedom, that gifts works at their fully potential. My vision from my ministry is that church has to be light and salt. That's why they have to be the most equipped, powerful, skilled people, and to reach their communities for the God. That's why we developed some program. We have tempo course, and it's great. It's a great course, but we developed other courses, and we want to. We already started with some of them with Mindshift, and here it's not only about you like a member of a church or you like team, but it's a lot of you like personality, because we can change a lot of things. Even here in Moldova, it's about our mindset. So we started with that course, and we passed already with some young people, and we already some of them that have their own businesses. They in the beginning they said, okay, we will not be leaders in the church because they are poor. Because my father was a pastor, I don't want to have the same life. We have this case here, but now this person is youth leader, and in the same time he has his own business. And when I asked how many years you can see you leading or serving in the church, and he said all my life. So it was very encouraging for me, because some years ago I said no in the church, I will make business. So we do these are little steps, and we do a lot of coaching, mentoring, counseling. It's all together. Here the term of coaching is quite new, and it's uncomfortable to do only coaching. So we do all of this together. And with this, the church is not involved with 6 other persons from different churches, from different denominations that are more pioneers and innovators. We developed a program relevant, and this year we finished last year this program, and we will test it in some churches. It's about to involve almost all the church in social projects or in the project of a church. In the beginning, they have to see their gifts, and pastor will help them, leaders will help them. After that, make some departments to serve child, to serve to, if they want to be teachers or doctors, or they want to feed someone. So they will make some departments, and they will write a project. It will be some groups of people, and they will do this program, will test this program. After that, we'll come with some results with evaluation. So we'll see. This project has 12 steps, little steps. Celebration too, it's one of the steps, because we learn our people to celebrate. We dream big dreams, and when we make some little steps, we are very disappointed, and we stop. We teach them that we have to do little steps and to celebrate them, and to do it continually. So we do now it, and we do retreats, because many people are tired. So we do retreats with leaders where they can stop. It's for 1 week, for 7 days, for 5-6 days. It depends what kind of retreat. And they come together, the leaders of the same, almost of the same age, or the same experience, or different experience, but people that are almost in the same situation, maybe in different stages, but in the same situation. And they have a lot of fellowship with themselves there, to share their experience, and in the same times a lot of time with God, with some inputs to think about their ministry, about their vision. We do a tempo course, but in this time we notice that they are very busy. But when you come for 6 days there and you have to sleep there, then you come and rest, and they go very tempo, and this retreat goes very well together. So it's another part for them where they can understand things better. We had already some pastors that wanted to leave their ministry and to go. And in time of these retreats, they remembered again what God spoke to them. And so they are in ministry, and they are refreshed now. pastor leaders. In the same time, what I said that I understood that we have to develop our own businesses, church. So I tried to do it for myself. I am in the process of learning, because I understand if we want to teach someone, we have to understand it for ourselves. I hope in 1-2 years I could share more and to encourage more. If I could, why not you? And to create workplaces for others, for our members, for our community. It's what we do now. And in the same time, at our courses or our trainings time comes women's and men's. We encourage that all the team come, not only, in our churches already, when we invite, they said, okay, we'll come with our brothers, because they have a meeting of brothers. And we encourage them to take all the person that are very involved in the church, for example, Sunday teacher, and in the end, we can see that a lot of women comes, and sometimes more women, and it's encouraging. So we already have some feedbacks from the pastor that said, I didn't think sometimes ago that in my team I have so many women, but because he came to Temple course, and he said, I never stopped to think in reality who is my team. But after 7 meetings at Temple course, he said, I'm so happy that we could do this team, and we are a good team. So this pastor now wants that we will lead mind shift, but in a very innovative way, not only with the church, but with key person from the city. He lives in the city, with mayor, with teachers, with doctors that are with influence. So we'll test a new project this year to do it together, church and other institutions that have influence in community. So I have another verse. It's Ephesians 2:10. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. So I understand that God already prepared everything, and I only have to walk on this path, and to be patient sometimes, and to wait the results, not to be angry or to be scared that something will not happen. It's like in Sphere, when Jews nation has to be killed, God worked in an amazing way. Mordechai. So it keeps me on the way. I understand that God is at work, and I only have to trust him and to do what I can in this moment.